as well let you guys see me stick one of these wires in here, as long as I stay out of the camera. There we go. You can feel the inside, you know, when you got it, and just put a couple twists in it. Grab the ears with your lineman's plier. Start twisting. And this is the last wire. And I'll go ahead and come in through there. Yeah. Get another bolt. Okay. Do a little shaky handheld there. You can see we got our ends transom pair lined up in the end there. Got all the nuts and wires all the way down and around up to the end. And then underneath we have the wires projecting along, and you can see what I'm talking about when I'm saying I'm trying to get this edge here to line up. You got that little crack in here, which should be fairly even along here, but when you scout down along the edge, you know, there's going to be a little bit of undulation from the saw marks and from the lofting, more so from the saw marks. But there's the bottom, and it looks fairly consistent all the way down. And when we get to the end here, that'll be when we do there'll be some bolts that go in the corners here on this side and then on this side, and then there'll be a big fender washer on the outside to hold all three of those corners together. Well, we're back again. We're going to do the transom and the bow panels, and one of the things I stress, because you know, I like to build these hulls, but I can't build all of them, and I can't have a yard full of boats, so a lot of the plans from here on are going to be plans, and you're going to have to think ahead to see whether or not there may be errors before you cut something out just because it says so in the blueprints. Now I just checked the transom ends, the end lengths, the heights between the bottom and the top on the edges on the side panels, and they're off a little bit. And then on the scale, when you jump it up into the real world, sometimes things will come out and bite you. So I always say on the plans to add an extra 1/4 of an inch to the top of the bow and the transom panels. Well, this time I needed to add 1/4 of an inch to the basic figures, and so it'll be, you know, I added a 1/4, so basically it's a 1/2 inch higher overall. The extra 1/4 inch on top is just wiggle room in case you know, your boat comes out wrong or the ends are different on either side. That was the thing you're looking for, is you don't want to have the transom setting in the hull where this side is higher than this side when you wire it in, because then it'll come back and it won't look right. You'll have, especially if it's lower than the side panels, and then you got to come back and trim these guys down to that new height and make it look good all the way down the curvature. So be forewarned. So let me go ahead and reset up here. I've already red marked the plans, so I'll redo those. So let me reset up on what I'm doing on the transom. I've already used my rafter square here to give myself, get out of the way, duck, measure off the center line of the hull here, and then use my rafter square. I found it interesting, even on this factory cut edge, that it's a little off. When you do it this way, you get one line, and when you do it this other way, you get another line. So it's either this is off or my rafter square is slightly bent. But it doesn't matter. Then you'll come along and then measure off from the edge, the center, and then the other edge on this side where that height is, plus that extra quarter I tell you to put in. And then I got my straight 4-foot level bob clamped down, and I marked a pencil line across there. This will be the top edge, and this will be the bottom edge, even though that 1/4 inch is actually comes up here, which I may do in a second to add that line. So then we'll come in and measure off the bottom measurement. And it's always nice to see if everything lines up going the other direction, and it does. So I got a mark here, and a mark here, and we got a line down there for the top edge. So then we'll come in and drop our pencil. That's one side. Am I still in over here? Yeah. Remember, this isn't rocket science. I'm going to go ahead and mark off this other 1/4 inch top line. That'll give me a better idea of when I come around to put the Jesus. I am not infallible. I am human, therefore I err. Okay. This will be the top. And I'll go ahead and cut my, do Jamasan out and cut that panel out. These panels are 1/4 of an inch. Leftover scrap I had from another boat. Let me get another clamp on here. Keep that from flopping around. There. And these already also get the layout on along the edges. I've got the 3/8 and the 1.5 inch line. This is the 1 inch line for the 2 inch tape. So let me go ahead and see how that fits. I've got a scrap piece of wood in here. Hold the bow ends apart at where I want the what I said the model's transom or bow point was, and then I'll slide this up here and measure the distance, and I'm just a hair longer than what the plans say. So I'm going to update those right now with the red pen. So you know that they've been done. But you want to do this on any boat you build. You know, if the designer said it's this, well, check them out. Maybe this is a little bit longer. I say in my plans, you know, every boat is going to be a little different than this boat is going to be different than that boat. You're going to make, maybe this is a little higher, maybe this is a little wider. But you still want, when you cut out the transit or the bow panel here, you still want extra width or height on that material here. So I'm going to add some more material, which the transom has, and we'll show you when I get around to putting the rails on. But now this is a check you want to do, is to make certain that, you know, your hull, what the dimensions on your hull are. I go more so with these heights than I do these edge length height, but I say to check them anyway, so I will when I get done. I have an idea what they are now. And since the panels are cut out mirror image of each other, they're exactly the same. So let me go ahead and lay out the bow panel now. Okay, I've already marked over the width of the top of the bow panel. It's half mark, and I've done the marking this way. Let me flip it over just to have. And I got a little bit of offness. It's a little off here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark my extra 1/4 of an inch baseline. So this rough edge here will be part of the waist that will trim off the top. Okay, that'll be the line we measure everything down off of, which in this case will be this new number. Which will do at all ends. Still in. Something didn't come out right. Smart people out there will realize that I didn't use the right mark. But I did on that one. Okay. The bottom. Okay. And it's easier to use this to line up the half mark in the middle. And that's what it's supposed to be on the edge length. Okay, let me cut this off camera. Got it all cut out, got the offset lines done, give it a quick rasp. And I may even drill that one. Down in the corner, but not quite in the corner, so we'll put one in off the... Yeah. A little equal distance. One up near the top, but not at the top. Say half, 3/4 of an inch down. About the same on the bottom, about an inch and a half up from the edge. And then 2 along in here is fine. Stick it in like that. Boat.